Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On second down, here's Mixon. A second broken tackle. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 6 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. They widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Block the team! Where's the blitz?
On second and 12, Rivers. It's complete to Watt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Rivers now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's first and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's first and 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23.
190, 390.
Rivers on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. McKinnon here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Black 11!
Rivers again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Allen's got it complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on fourth down, coming out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to knock this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half, as it's first and 10. Mixon, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script? And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
180! That's 180!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On first down, Gordon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Rivers. And caught by Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Stay there. Black 11!
First down, Rivers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. To throw on 3rd down. Rivers under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Geno Atkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check. Check 26, get it.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there, 22. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while. but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And some strong running. And some room to Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball. Yeah!
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This pass finds its way to Williams. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. Back to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. I'm seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum. Swing, INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On second down now, Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.